Hello everyone, I'm on break and this is Retro Lunch. Today we're going to be increasing the functionality of the Anbernic RG35XX running Garlic OS by adding Nintendo DS support. So the first thing we're going to do is go to this website, which will be linked in the description, the post from Xquadra who did the port of Drastic for Garlic OS. Next, click here to get the version for Garlic OS. Click this button here to download the zip file. Here we have drastic.zip. From here you can see instructions. In my case, I'm going to be installing it to the first SD card. I do have my games on the second SD card, but that shouldn't be an issue. Back on the device, we're going to check the SD card with the operating system. If you turn to the side, it's going to be the SD card on the top. Just push it in to pop it out, and then grab an SD card reader. Now that the SD card is in our computer, we're going to open up the drive, which represents the SD card. We're going to go through the installation steps by first going into the ROMs directory, copying over the apps. This folder contains the shell script to start Drastic, as well as the binaries to actually run Drastic. Next step, which is optional, is to get the icon for the Nintendo DS onto the front page of Garlic. Copy this over. And this should take the icon file in the system directory and make it available to Garlic OS. Next step in installation, since we're adding this to the first SD card, I'm going to be taking this line, copy, go into config, core mapping, and place it somewhere here right in the middle. That looks clean. Save, close, and we'll unmount the SD card and put the first SD card back inside of the top slot of the device. And now we're going to eject the second SD card on the bottom, which represents where the games will go. Insert that into an SD card reader and back to the PC. Open up the ROMs directory on the SD card that we just inserted. And we're going to add a new directory called NDS to represent Nintendo DS. Take this, move it over. There's the Nintendo DS directory. Now we can unmount and put it back into our 35XX. Back on the device with the SD card reinserted into the second card slot, you should now see an entry in the menu for Nintendo DS. It is recommended that you hit the select button several times until you see two pluses in the battery icon that enables the overclock. Let's launch Mario DS. When you launch the game, you'll notice that the first interaction asks you to touch to start. To do this, you'll need to hit the power button to enable stylus mode. You can move the cursor around with the directional pad, and then you can press the A button to do a touch interaction. While this is not ideal, it is what we have to do because there is no touchscreen support on the 35XX. While in game, by default, Drastic will lay out the screens in a vertical orientation. You can press the R2 button to swap which screen is on top and bottom, or press the L2 button to move the screens to side by side. Press the menu and L1 button to switch into single screen mode, which will fill up the entire screen, and then you can swap back and forth between these two screens by pressing the L2 button. While most games on the Nintendo DS don't take full advantage of the touchscreen, there are some that are really fun to play, which actually require a lot of touchscreen interaction. Some of those are the Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass and Nintendo Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Thankfully, there has been a patch for these games which can allow you to move the directional pad to do most of the Zelda interactions. To do that, go to the links in the description to download the patch for Phantom Hourglass. Same for Spirit Tracks. Once you have the two patches and your legally backed up copies of the game, you can go to this website for the ROM patcher. Phantom Hourglass. Phantom Hourglass patch, apply patch, and it'll download a patched copy of Phantom Hourglass. Do the same for Spirit Tracks and load these patched copies onto your 35XX for a better Zelda experience. And that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy making the devices you have more useful. I am off a break and I will catch you next time. Have a good day.